It took me a few days, but here it is. As I push to be as far as possible during these videos, I will show you my experience playing the 1.0 release of Starship Troopers Extermination and go on from there, in an effort to answer the question, will this be like Squad and live on for years and grow, or will it be like Beyond the Wire or Post Scriptum and now Squad 44 and never really take off? But before that, just a little context. I have played this game since it came out in early access, and here is my purchase, basically half price of what it is now on release for 25 bucks. Also, I have played Squad since 2017 and Post Scriptum as well, so I know what to expect and how most of OWY's updates and releases went. OWY is OffWorld Industries, the studio behind these games, just for reference. First, the gameplay. As it was before release, it is solid. Most weapons are viable, the classes overall are pretty balanced, and for the most part, very important to have in any match. Engineers, medics, guardians, and snipers being the mandatory ones to fill your team with because of their importance. Within the gameplay, I can also say that the game modes maintain most of the fun aspects that made it so promising, with Arc Defense still being my favorite, followed closely by Horde. The variation between them feels nice, and if you cycle enough around, mostly using quick play, and in classes, it does provide steady doses of fun and a variety of gameplay styles and maps to keep you interested for a while. Second, as most, if not all, of OWY's updates ever, in any game they make or own, it is permeated with bugs, and not the ones you can kill in-game, but more like the ones that kill you, your experience, or even the game itself, and it crashed again. Here's a quick list of what I found. Your mouse can bug out entirely, but works fine when you tab out. You can't aim, even shoot, nothing but move around. The way to revert this is to get downed and then revived. At least it fixed it for me. Bugs can duplicate bodies on death, and this would not be a problem if not for the persistent bodies you have to clean up, so double the bodies at worst. Some bugs can phase through walls and kill you, whatever it is that is between you, and there's nothing you can do because you can't shoot through it. Bug pathing seems worse than before, and sometimes most, if not all, the bugs will just stand there looking at you. The battle report can also be bugged. Here you can see that it shows support 6, but I did nothing 6 times. 24 revive allies, 74 healed allies, and 7 revives. I have no idea where the 6 came from. I did encounter other smaller ones, like your gun bugging out and just covers half your screen, multiple sound bugs, especially at the end of matches, but in games some are missing or even get repeated until you die, not being able to revive teammates, and more. That, combined with the fact it now feels even less optimized than ever, get ready for some high temps on anything under a 4090. Oh, and I did find an exploit too. The medic, with its little health dart pistol, can just farm XP as long as he can rearm. Because, and get this, they give XP on hitting a friendly instead of how much you actually heal them. So it's just spam, spam, spam. Thirdly, the comms, of which there are a none, and again, or still I should say. No one communicates, bases get built like a spaghetti toss, and even if you speak, they just ignore you. I have pointed this out many times in the past, and one of the main reasons is we keep getting mix-matched all over the freaking globe. Chinese, French, Russians, the matchmaking really seems to make zero sense. This, plus the fact that the game gives everyone the appearance of communication not being necessary with the ping system, it makes for some chaotic, just ridiculous rounds with a team of mutes. And I know what you're going to say. Just join the company, silly, where people use Discord and voice chat there. I will not accept that argument because 1. OWY did not make Discord as a tool to use alongside its game, and 2. The game does have team and local voice available. So it's up to them to incentivize its use, just like in Squad, not us to figure out workarounds. Seriously, I have recordings of hours of rounds, not a single word spoken in game. It just feels like single player. Fourth, This game is now available for $50, double the early access, and with 4 extra skin packs as DLCs, coming close to $100 if someone really wanted to. Just keep this in mind. Lastly, player numbers. I have absolutely no idea how the release is going for consoles, but I do see them in lobbies. From my experience, PC players seem to be around 20 to 30% of lobbies, so if I extrapolate from that to the total number of players at the time I was playing, Steam had around 1,500 players, so let's say a total of 5 to 8k players in all platforms. As far as I can tell, most players did not return for this update, or if they did, they become disappointed and left. This also seems supported by the reviews, which barely sit at mixed with 51% positive reviews. Now I have to point out that the early access release on Steam was very positive and had more players than now, with a peak of 16,000. But since I cannot be sure of the console numbers, let's just move on for now. It is time for my honest opinion on the official 1.0 release of Starship Troopers Extermination. Let me start by addressing the one thing I didn't mention so far, the Galactic Front exclusive to companies. For over a year, we have been teased with the Galactic War tab in the game's menu. Dreams and speculation of it ran rampant, with most hoping for a push-pull, Game Master-managed war akin to Helldivers 2, where we could serve the Federation in an ongoing conflict, and the mission menus were just preparation for us to finally jump into that. Only we were wrong. For now, we got the Galactic Front, a piece of content locked behind clan association. Honestly, the average player does not care about that. The average player just wants to play a few hours a night or on the weekends. Now, players have to search for a clan active where they are. Why the hell did you lock your new content behind clan participation? Your competition does not do that, and that means your competition gets most of those players back a few days after the STE's release. I cannot, for the life of me, understand why a studio interested in making money locks its new, more long-lasting content away from the majority of potential buyers. OWI should just put a warning on the store page for the game saying not for casual gamers. Much smart, very business. Purpose. This game has no purpose. I hoped that it would be released with the introduction of the Galactic War. I dreamed of a push and pull war over multiple planets and systems as we would all fight together against the bugs, overcoming challenges a game master would throw at us. But it does not. All we got was a progress bar for clans to get skins. A War Thunder Battle Pass. There's nothing else except leveling up to unlock weapons or perks. That's it. There's no fight, no lore, no story being lived or written through us players and our actions. Just a deflated, failed dream of an uninspired menu with no options. If you want to feel a sense of purpose, play Helldivers 2, which is $10 cheaper. Or Warhammer Space Marine 2, just $10 more, and have that. Go play those games and fight for Super Earth or for the Emperor, instead of just to unlock a quick reload animation. Time sink versus reward. Now this can be a contentious topic in many games. I'm trying to be as clear as I can. You unlock things to use those things in a perpetual loop of the same thing. That was not very clear. Okay, how about this? The time you put in unlocking new weapons, utilities, perks, etc., in the end, it only serves to play what you already have been playing to get those things. So after the pursuit for those things is over, I am of the opinion that the reward you get, which is playing exactly the same things as you did before, but with those new guns or perks or utilities, is not reward enough to keep playing after that. Maybe with the Galactic War and some other sense of purpose, it would be enough, but not on its own. Wasted opportunities. I have already said enough about the Galactic War and the Galactic blah 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 clan locked content blah. If I had managed to get Casper Van Dien to reprise his role as Rico, personally, I would move heaven and earth to make an actual galactic war, to have him be the voice of the Federation, of the Vanguard, recording videos with the instructions, weekly highlights, motivational speeches, and get everyone following his orders in a push-pull fight against the bugs. And sure, I could have him voice the tutorial and those types of missions too. But by God, I would have everyone going hooah after he finished every speech. For those that already have the game, just imagine this. You click on a mission, matchmaking happens, then you get into that mission briefing already with a full team assembled, voice chat on, and it's Rico, and he's there to give you the briefing speech. And he finished with, "Remember my one rule, everyone fights, no one quits." Freaking goosebumps. Then you get 30 seconds in your team menu, still with voice on. Pick your role, your squad, maybe talk some strats or introduce some plan to smooth things along. Then you all start your mission, full lobby, together from the start. If you disconnect, you get to connect back in. If you leave mid-fight, you'll have to wait in the menu until that mission is finished before going to the next one. For everyone that sticks it out until the end, when you finish, win or lose, you get your stats and progress, then a screen with, "Do you want to deploy to this team's next mission?" Those that click yes go to a voting menu for missions available to vote for what you want to play next, all with voice chat still on, remember. Once the vote is finished, a new lobby is created with the ones that voted. Other people are matched to fill the team if spots are still available, and off you go again. You get to play for hours with the same folks you just met that you can play well with, grow as a team, and if you leave, now you actually have the knowledge, and so you can actually invite folks to add to Steam. You get to know them and how they play, who they are, and maybe make some friends along the way. Instead, what we have is, here's a 10-20 minute mission. Lobbies are created without a full team. People don't spawn at the same time. Some folks will rage quit at the smallest thing because the game doesn't punish you for abandoning your team. And so most missions finish without a full team there. No one talks, not a single shred of coordination, and when the mission is over, back to the main menu for you, dumbass. Go queue up again from scratch. Get piled up from people all over the world. Oh, but Casper is there for the tutorial. Yippee! OWY, you wasted so many opportunities to actually create a community of players like other games before, like Squad. Remember Squad? Where people play for hours and hours together to make bonds, to get to know each other, go through tough fights together, lose and win together, laugh together, where it is almost a cardinal sin to play without a mic and stay silent. Remember all those things that made that game great and created such a large and supportive community? Everything you forgot to include in SD? But okay, if you just wanted to make a game for casuals, comms not required, folks could just get on and play for a bit, have some casual fun, sure, fine. Charge $30 and off you go. But no. It's $50 and you lock your supposedly more lasting content behind clans. Or companies, I don't care what you name it. Clans are for more serious players who put more hours in and organize to be able to play together. Like, pick a freaking lane and stick to it. Because if the game is for people that play hours on end, then it's half finished and you need to bring stuff in to allow us to play together for successive missions in a row. And create those clans organically, in-game, just like you did with Squad. It is not acceptable to me to just say, make a Discord and invite people there with whom you played a match for 15 minutes, organize there, play some more, and make a company then. Dumbasses. DLCs, or skin packs, or whatever. Okay. Scummy given the state of the game, but people will spend money on the wildest shit, so fuck it, right? I don't think you should be allowed to sell them given the bugs and broken stuff in the game, but whatever. Okay, I'll stop ranting now and just say this. In early access, I could see this game easily going to be a 9 out of 10. The nostalgia, the comms, the funny gameplay, it was awesome. If you like this type of co-op shooter with simple mechanics and want a game to kill time in, wait until it's on sale and get it. Honestly worth about 20 bucks, not 50, at least to me. If you're a Starship Troopers nerd and have 50 to 100 bucks to spend, just go crazy. But other than the experience of fighting the bugs and its shallow nostalgia, which wears off after a few hours, you might regret it. As it is now, at 1.0 release, it's a 5 out of 10 for the price. Barely scraping by for me, and I can definitely see people refunding given the state of it. What I envisioned, what I dreamed this could be, what many did back in early access release, it's just not there, and I can see why so many will not return. I did for this, and can honestly say I'm out. Maybe next update if it brings some cohesion and purpose to the game, because as it is, unoptimized, buggy, and shallow for 50 bucks, and the audacity of selling 40 bucks worth of skin packs on top, I would not touch it, even with a naked picture of Dizzy in the main menu. And yes, I am a Dizzy man. Carmen's a bitch, fight me. How about yourself? Have you run into bugs you can't kill? Are you purchasing STE? What's your opinion of the state of the game on release for 50 bucks? For those that bought early like me, would you buy it now at 50 knowing what you know? I'm honestly interested, so let me know in the comments below. Just please be respectful. Leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.